What's up everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Tom and I'm sorry if I sound a little bit stuffed today. I feel like I'm getting a cold, my nose is really out of control, so sorry for that. If you already find my voice annoying, please switch off to another video because it won't get any better. But nevertheless, the show must go on, so today I want to talk about stabilizers. But first, let's roll the intro. So I recently got asked in the comments whether I could do a video on how to stabilize your footage with tripods, with going handheld, with post-production. So today I want to share with you my techniques on how I stabilize my footage without expensive gear like gimbals and FLYCAMs and stuff like that. So the first thing I heavily rely on is the post-production. Or to put it in different words, if it is possible, I usually try to go with slow motion shots, especially if I don't have any people in my shots, like with landscape and product shots and stuff like that. You can really rely on slow motion without it being too annoying, but this will help you a lot in getting rid of all those micro jitters, because slow motion really smoothens your footage a lot. And for me it's always the best to go as slow as possible, and with the GH4 that's with 96 frames per second, so that in post I can slow down my footage to 25%, which is really slow. Then if you want to go a step further in post-production, I highly recommend using a stabilizer in your editing software. Like for me, this is Adobe's Warp Stabilizer, which is a really good tool and does a great job in stabilizing your footage, but you can find a stabilizer in every other editing software too. But here's one thing to really keep in mind. Do not rely exclusively on the Warp Stabilizer, because even though it does a really good job, think about the name, it's called Warp Stabilizer, and that means it warps your image. So if you go handheld and you move your camera like this, your footage will look totally strange. It will look like your environment is, I don't know, bent by some dark force or something like that. So keep this in mind. If you want to use the Warp Stabilizer, you should always try to move your camera as smooth as possible already while shooting. And if possible, always try to shoot a little wider, since this larger range of view will make small camera shakes a little bit less visible. So besides these two post-production tips, there are also a few techniques you can use already in camera to make your footage look smooth. And the first one, you probably already heard about this, which is the camera strap trick. And this is actually pretty easy. I'm using this old Canon camera as a dummy here because I'm already filming on my GH4. And what you want to do is you want to put your camera strap around your neck, and then you really want to pull the camera away from your body. So really pull as hard as you can. And then if you're walking and shooting handheld, the strap will really smooth out your footage. This is pretty easy, and I guess every one of you does already have a camera strap. So it's a really cheap way to stabilize your footage. Another thing you probably already heard about is that you can use your tripod for stabilizing. And that doesn't only mean that you can pan and tilt your camera with your tripod, but if you put in one leg and only use two legs of the tripod, you can really get some great camera movement only with a tripod. If you then use a little bit of slow motion and put the Warp Stabilizer on top, your footage will look buttery smooth, I guarantee it. So I use this technique a lot, especially in a fashion short film I shot last year. And for me, this was the perfect way to stabilize my footage without having to buy any expensive gear. And even though the last tip on how to stabilize your camera while shooting handheld does involve some extra gear you have to buy, this is probably my favorite technique and I would highly recommend to check it out. So what I did is I bought a handlebar by a company called SmallRig, and they make amazing camera equipment on a really affordable price, really good quality. Definitely check them out. If you need anything to build a cage for a camera, SmallRig is the company to go to. And this handlebar is really easy to use. You just put it on the hot shoe of your camera, tighten it, and this way you could use it for some really low shots. Or what I like to do is I grab my camera like this on the lens and on the body, so that I can still operate the focus ring or the zoom ring, and then I grab the handlebar like this and I hold it as close to my body as possible, And this is a really amazing technique to walk around and get some really smooth looking shots. Then put the warp stabilizer on it and you're really good to go. And this is also the key to think about when you want to walk around while shooting handheld. Try to keep your camera as close and tight to your body as possible, with as many points where your body or anything connected to your body touches the camera. Like with the camera strip, we have our two hands and we have these two sides of the camera strap, which is really a lot of connection. And this is how all of this works. And with the handlebar, it's the same thing. You want to put it to your body, you want to grab it here, you also touch it with your arm here, and there you're good to go. And you get some buttery, smooth looking footage. So if you want to buy any accessories for your camera, check out SmallRig. They are a great company, great prices. And SmallRig people, if you see this video and you want to put me in some kind of affiliate program, hit me up. I think you already have my email through my orders. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful and you can use some of these techniques in your filmmaking process. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.